Hey Flosstube, it's Trisha, the left-handed stitcher. I am here to do a midway, sort of not quite halfway through, Mania update. I did really good. I was having a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it so far. So I'm just here to show you what I have started so far, because I'm starting to see that some of them are going to get picked up for some Magical Stitches prompts, and I wanted to show them in their original, first start state. I felt that was kind of important, so I'm sitting down tonight to do this. I don't know if I'm going to post it right away or if I'm going to wait till the end of the month. We'll see. Because even though I've finished the starts of the things that I had ready to go, I have a few more, not a few, I don't know, 1, 2, maybe more projects that, excuse me, Dr. Pepper, sorry. I have a Dr. Pepper here I was drinking before I started filming. Normally, I get that carbonation up like right after I take a drink, but obviously this time that didn't happen. So, like I was saying, I did really good. I mean, I wasn't pressuring myself, but I was having a lot of fun with doing a daily start. So let's just kind of get into it as far as what got started on what day, and I'll show you what it looks like now. And just kind of, I don't know, just a quick narrative of how things went, I guess. So May 1st, I didn't start anything. I got home from work, I was just wiped. I literally just climbed into bed and I slept through until about 3 o'clock in the morning the next day. So didn't start anything, but I did get started on the 2nd. All of these except for, let's see, 2, oh, sorry, train of thought. All of these except 2 of them were spun, so that's how they got picked. The first one that I started on the 2nd was a spin, and it was Azure Mermaid from Mirabilia. And let's see if I can get a, sorry, I didn't have any, didn't have enough Q-snaps at the time to go around, so a lot of them got taken off the Q-snap after they got started, but I have remedied that. Now I have to, when they get called for prompts, they'll get put back on Q-snaps, and I have to sew a bunch of Q-snap grime guards for them. So, but this is my start on Azure Mermaid. So she got a pretty good start. So I was really enjoying stitching. I love all the projects that I started. So I can see these getting a lot of attention over the next few months. As prompts come up, they might get picked before older whips. We'll see. I try to spread it around enough. But so, start number 1. The next one was not a spin because it was the 3rd of May, and that was a joint start from Virtual Stitchers. So they had planned on all starting Night Walk Down on that day, so I joined them, and this is how much I got done. I am absolutely thrilled with this pattern. Actually, I love the pattern. I wasn't happy with her face, so I started stitching her, and then I got the idea, well, why not stitch the skin 1/1? Because I've done it before, and it just figured, you know, might as well. So then I started with the 1/1, and then I decided, well, as long as I'm doing 1/1, why not fine-tune the face a little bit, because as it's charted, it's a little bit awkward. So this is what I've come up with so far. I stitched her face before I stitched her hair. So once her whole body is done, I might go back in and fine-tune it a little bit more, because I wasn't sure if her face was going to appear too small for how big she's got big hair. Yes, so that is still in works. Once I've finished her whole body and I have finished the face how I want it to be, you know, I think I will draw up a little plan, and I will post it somewhere. I'll post it on Stitch Mania group, and in case anybody feels the need to do it this way as well. And I'm also gonna change her hand a little bit. So next time I pick her up, I'll get to her hand, although I don't know when I'm gonna get her whole body done. As it turns out, the floss that I forgot to order, I didn't forget to order, it's no longer available. It was a limited edition. So I have to decide on what color to use for her skirt. I don't know. I want to kind of get some of the stuff around her stitched, and then I'll make a decision on what color I want for the main part of her skirt. But there she is. Yep, I was having a lot of fun that day, getting her as much progress as I made. I was absolutely thrilled. So that is Night Walk Down, my start number 2. Next one was another non-spun start, because it was May the 4th. So I started a little pattern. Shoot. I just have the pattern. Well, I will see about putting a picture up when I edit. Gosh, I'm just awkward, but I wanted to get this done. So this is a pattern off of Etsy, and it's Baby Yoda. Figured he was perfect for a May the 4th start. So this is actually more than what I got done. So this is the only one that's been picked up since it starts. So this is how much I got done on the day that I started him. So that was all that I got done. And then he got picked up for a Magical Stitches extra credit prompt. So there he is. Such a cute pattern. If I don't put a picture in, I will put a link in the description to where I purchased it on Etsy. But so there's my May the 4th, my number 3 start on May the 4th. So the next item that got spun was Kingdom of Books. And this is the little bitty start that I got. It was a Magical Stitches prompt for something that glows, and so there is some stitches on one of the street lamps that flank the center gate. So my start on Kingdom of Books. So the next day I actually spun, and then I watched Joyfilled Stitcher's video where she finally spun Prey, and so I planned to start that with her. So my spin got bumped to the next day so that I could start on Prey. So this Teresa Kogut's pattern, this one right here. I realized I didn't show the previous ones, but if you guys watched my Mania plans, you'll have seen them. Okay, this is my start on her. Just that little bit along the very top of her halo. So here we go. Boop. Now, one thing that you're noticing is suddenly I go from a decent amount of stitching to a teensy bit of stitching for the first day. The magical stitches. It was awesome that they set up their prompts to include, to help out, include the Maynia stuff. So you could do a new start for just 50 stitches and get the credit for that prompt. So then I felt a little limited, but at the same time it gave me a chance. I still had a few things that I needed to prep, so if I got some stitching in for the prompt for those 50 stitches on that project, and then I could work on getting next day's project fully prepped. So it didn't feel bad, but it did give me a little bit of, I didn't feel like I needed to stitch more. Let's put it that way. But I'll remedy that. I will definitely get some more stitches into these projects later on, because I love them. I love them all. Alright, so the project that got bumped, so it got started on the next day, was Glendon's Place Elizabeth. I don't know if I showed her in... Did I show her in the plans? I don't know if I did, because I don't know if I did or if I added her after the fact. But, well, there she is. Yes, okay, I remember I did. So you saw it before. Okay, so here we go. This is the little bitty start that I got, just along that center of the stem. 50 stitches exactly. So there's that start. She will definitely find some prompts to get some more stitches in. So the next one that I spun was Welcome Spring. And did I show this one? No, I think this is the one that I didn't show, because I didn't have the no, I don't know. Anyways, this one needed a lot of prep that night, because I had yet to make a lot of color choices on it. So I spent some time that night doing color choices, and then rinsing all the hand dyes and all that. But so here is my little start on, yep, you're seeing that, just a little tiny flower in the center for Welcome Spring by the Drawn Thread. So this one is being stitched. Since I know I didn't show it, let's pull out the cover photo so you can see. Alright, so there we go. Just a cute little pattern that was charted in all fancy floss. Lots of silks. And when I originally kitted it up, I don't think I was working at that time, so I tried to convert. Conversions didn't go all that well. So I ended up going back to some of the called fors, but not all of them. Not all of them. Some of them, once I get more into stitching, I will, if anybody's interested, just let me know. I will post my conversion. So, little bitty start on Welcome Spring. Alright, so the next one was, my spin ended up being, it's alright, Tired Trio by Plum Street Samplers. So there's the pattern, and here's my little tiny start on it. Just the top of the tree. Now, I'm thinking I might pull that out because the floss that is called for is black coffee, I think. And my skein is really dark. The picture of it shows a much lighter brown in the tree. So I'm going to look through my stash and see if I find a more agreeable brown and swap that out, but we'll see. We'll see. This one is going to get a lot of love this month because it's my pick for one of the extra credit projects. So it's going to get like 600 stitches in it by the end of this month. Okay, so the next one that got spun was growth rings. So I don't have the pattern. Yes, I do. Damn it. There we go. Okay. There is what it's supposed to look like. And this is my 50 stitches on it. So, but this is one of those projects that just makes me happy. So I will definitely be putting some more stitches into him, or her, or it. I don't know. I don't know its gender. So, all right. So my next start is DMC Rose. And this was the beginning of the next week of Magical Stitches, and the prompt was just 1,000 stitches on anything. So as you can see, I got a little bit more done on this one because of that. So there we go. That's my start on DMC Rose. And I really enjoy this pre-gridded fabric. It's nice. It's nice not to have to grid a project. So this one is a little bit it's kit floss and they're cut really short, so stitching on it I'm having to get used to having shorter lengths. Alright, so the next project that got spun that got a decent amount of stitches on that first day is Mick Christmas. So there is my start on Mick Christmas. Look at that. So it's such a good pattern. It is so pretty. It's so cute. Okay, so to give you, let me see. I think I jotted it down. Right, I did. Okay, so this little pom on the tip of his hat had 16 colors in it. The tiny, that little bitty thing had 16 colors. And then the part of his hat that I stitched, there's 12 colors in that. So yeah, lots of color changes in this, but it is a fun project to stitch. And let's see, since I'm trying to remember to show you the photo, here he is. So I started right up there on that, and I did that because I wanted just to get that little guy done, and then I decided to do that little bit of hat too, because it's weird, his pattern splits him right down the middle. So that hat has has a lot of color changes in it. So by doing, so the first pages are from here up, but it's split down. I figure if I stitch this little part, then I can trim off the sides of those pages and then join them together. So that will make it a little bit easier for me to do his hat. So that was my thinking. But yeah. Got him started. Alright, so I'm going to show you my tracker. So, isn't that cool? Just those are my starts. I have gotten a little bit of work on other whips, but not much. And as you can see, this tracker, I put it together so there was 2 pages for each month, and this is my first month to cross over into more than 40 whips. So there we go, I'm into the next page. Alright, so the next project that got spun, or no, it didn't spin because it was the last one that I had prepped. So where's my pattern? There we go. This is Winter Snow Owl, and here is all the stitches that I got done. And I ended up grading him because I took a quick look at the pattern before I started, and I was like, that's gonna be a lot of confetti. So let's see. This right here is 9 colors. All the stitches in those colors, but the first 9 colors are done. The rest of him is, well, besides the center part of his face, which is 1/1, all of the full stitches in him are four colors. 4 colors. So he'll get, once I get started on him again, he'll start to fill in pretty quickly with those 4 colors. But so that first part was a lot of color changes. But he is going to be so cute. So that was my last fully prepped start. I have one more start. I took a 1-day break And then I finished prepping and started on Teresa Kogut, Fox and Friend. It's such an adorable, adorable pattern. And this is how I stitched on. I started him on Friday and I stitched on him some more yesterday. But this is how far I got. Look at, oh, I'm gonna call it a she, so it's a girl fox. But she is so cute. I love this pattern. So I am so happy with that. So pretty. All right, so just to give you since you didn't get to see this before, this is being stitched on 32 count Monaco in Sage. Yeah, I think it's a Zweigart. I got a bunch of it off of an eBay lot because I love, see, you can kind of see the green. It's a nice green background because the pattern was stitched on a green fabric. So I figured this would be good for it. So my plan is to stitch, I'm going to finish stitching the fox, and then I'm going to do all of the greenery and the border and the little scenery in the back. And the last thing that I'm going to stitch is that little bird. That will be my reward for getting through this massive border. So that's a lot of stitches in that border. So that will be my treat. That will be the last thing that I do. Or that, at least that's my plan for right now. Who knows? I might change my mind. Alright, so that's it. That's it. That's my start so far. I did yesterday get the fabric that I had ordered for another project. So I need to make sure that fabric's going to work. And then it'll get a start. So I will have at least one, maybe two or more starts the rest of this month. And then I'll either do a follow-up video or I'll include those in my next update. Who knows? But so I just want to say I am enjoying seeing everybody else's Maynia progress videos or your vlogs that you're doing. So I am thrilled that I decided to take part this year because I am having so much fun with it. So hopefully you guys are as well, and we'll see you next time. Happy stitching.